You're watching Election Coverage 2018 from WBONTV.com.
Teacher R. Travis Brenda is running in the Republican primary in order to try to gain the seat as representative for the Kentucky House for District 71, which includes all of Garrett, all of Rockcastle, and a good portion of Madison counties. Brenda came in for a 2-minute sit-down and told me how he lives in Cartersville in Garrett County, and he's the 4th generation of farmers to live on the land. We spoke about hemp, and he says that more research is needed before any legalization moves forward, and as he is a teacher, he explained a lot about pensions and retirement for state workers that many may not be aware of.
I grew up in Lincoln County, then went to Berea College, and after Berea College, moved back to Berea, got an apartment there, and worked at Doll Harris and Richmond Mall for about a year and a half, was a member of management there. While I've been teaching, I've gone to EKU and completed 2 master's degrees, one in instructional leadership and one in math education. As a teacher, some of the issues that came up in the last session are very important to me. With the pension, the way that the pension was changed for future teachers, and even the claims from leadership was that it does not affect the current teachers, but it does. The sick days are going to be frozen at a certain point, and that's a chunk that would count toward the current teacher's retirement, and that by freezing those sick days, that's really a penalty more against female teachers that may be more likely to use maternity leave. The problem is, over the last 22 years, 15 of those years they did not fund the system, and that's why it's in the shape it's in. One study about the current the changes to the pension system have shown it's going to cost $5 billion more over the next 30 years, and if they had just funded it the way it should be, it would be in good shape within about 23 years. It's a shame that things get done behind closed doors without transparency, so that people have an understanding of what's going on and how it affects them. Over the last 10 years, $2.5 billion has been taken from the employee health plan. That's money that was intended to be used for the employees' health insurance, and not just teachers, but all state employees. And that's an issue. To me, that's theft, when that money is put there for a specific purpose, and then it's used for a different purpose. That's not right. Other issues that are important, which there has been some work done on the opioid crisis. Again, as a classroom teacher, I see the effects of that. The number of students that I have sitting in my classroom, and in I would say every school across the state, the number of students that are now being raised by someone other than their parents. I have so many kids that are being raised by their grandparents or great-grandparents. There's a lot of other kids that are in foster care, and all of that is a result of drug use and abuse. I'm not a politician. I'm not going to change what I say depending on who I talk to. I'm not looking to climb a political ladder. I'm just who I am, and if you ask me a question, I'm going to answer you truthfully, whether you agree with it or not. But we can disagree agreeably, and I think that's important.
Stay tuned for all the election coverage at WBONTV.com. I'm Marisa Hempel.